Hello, and welcome to another video nobody asked for. Today, we're rolling Spark in the Dark, and with any luck, this will be an all-objectives run. I've chosen the Blacksmith class because he's got the highest strength, starts with a crowbar, and has the crowbar skill, so not only do you get more rolls on the locks, you are more likely to open the locks with those rolls. I like to start my runs by going left into this room, where I will not be sucker punched by the spiders inside. And I did say spiders, plural. There's often, two. I'll hold off on using my lamp whenever possible to preserve my precious lamp juice. This secret passageway is why I come down this way first. Zombies with the two-handers are so slow you can just run behind them during their attack, easy peasy. There's a guaranteed lamp on the desk, and occasionally an extra crowbar, but not today. That is a much bigger hammer, plus 10 damage. We're gaming. We start with the crowbar for a reason, time to put it to work. That's pretty good, but one of the downsides of playing the Blacksmith instead of the Warrior is that the Blacksmith has a lower Constitution score, and therefore carry weight. You're better off in medium armor, or waiting until you can find something with bonus Constitution to make up the difference. I shouldn't have gotten behind him. Spiders and zombies with one-handed weapons are able to attack in front or directly behind themselves, so the better place to be is on the side. I'd like to find some poison, because there's a big dude with an enormous sword, and I want that sword. It's so powerful that it puts the game on relatively easy mode. Poison, dealing % health per second, makes short work of the big guy's gargantuan health pool, and I won't have to hit him 100 times. Though if I did have to, one of the advantages of using a hammer is that it doesn't have a durability like swords, axes, or knives. Like, the hammer doesn't get less sharp as I wail on dudes with it. Another resource advantage afforded to the Blacksmith. Crouching without monsters around puts you into stealth mode and gives you the bonus vision radius. Though I'm not about to sneak up on anybody, it lets me look around the room and loot without spending my lamp fuel. Because the first hit often knocks them back, there's almost no point in using the follow-up attack, the overhead smash. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but you're not going to hit and just end up wasting your time and stamina. Also, monsters can't be re-stunned while they're already stunned, so you're better off timing your hits as the stun wears off to keep them locked down. What is my debuff? How do I find my debuff? Oh! Ever Vigilant. Strength? The crowbar chance scales with your strength, so rolling while my strength is debuffed would be silly. I should drink the flask after resting. If it's poison, I can wait it out by the lamp, and if it isn't, I'll still get to benefit from the buff instead of sleeping it off. Let's taste test our mystery juice. Elixir of Speed. And I have 6 more uses. That's huge. I'm fast as fuck, boy. He tried to get me, but I was too fast. I'm drunk on power. Repair tools? Still low. I think I'd prefer if it gave me a number instead of just saying if my chances are good or bad. I don't feel like I'm making an informed decision as much as I am clicking and praying. It is unfortunate that I'm yet to find any poison. Oh, that's a lot of loot. 2 extra constitution? I've never seen that before. That's ridiculous. I didn't know you could get that. That makes up for the carry weight. Refreshed my cheerful buff, time to hit the hole. Which of these holes are open and which secrets they lead to are randomized every game, so if I'm going to complete all of the objectives, I'll have to explore pretty much all of them. That will take me to the Astral Collider, but I don't have the artifacts yet. We'll have to come back later. Oh, son of a bitch. Sometimes it's about living to fight another day. For all I know, that spider that got the drop on me is going to be waiting on the other side of the hole. So I'll drink that, and give myself some wine? Brandy. Same thing. The hunt resumes. Where did you go, dangerous spider guy? I can hear you chittering. He won't attack unless he can line it up, so I can make him attack on my time by changing the direction I'm circling. Zig and zag to avoid a lunge. Alright, there's the big scary guy, so I'll draw him back out into the light where I can fight without spending my lamp juice. Like all spiders, these big ones will only attack if they can line it up, so I kind of control him with my movement like I was doing the snake hypnosis in the Jaden Smith Karate Kid. I missed. Don't tell Jaden. I'd be embarrassed. Bloody spiders are largely a test of patience. So much HP. I would use a sword like that if I didn't have to worry about durability. I'd hate to dull my blade on a monster's backside and lose a bunch of my DPS. I'm not sure what I hope to find down here. I hear chittering. Another use case for the hammer smashes these little rock walls. Let's see your broadsword do that. Not today. Cool. Very cool. Extremely cool. Now we're gaming. I might not need to get the big sword from the Morok guy if I've got a hammer like this. Can I not loot this box? Fine. Keep your secrets. Repair tools will let me apply my steel upgrade. Dummy thick. It's worth checking the roaming undead for poisoned knives and such. His sword is definitely poisoned. Can slay powerful beasts? That's what I was hoping for. Okay, now to make my way to the armory for some big game hunting. These floating bug dudes can spawn anywhere there's a big hole like this. That's why I always bring my crossbow when I go spelunking. Man, that will debuff, wreaking havoc on my stamina. It's left me slower than a constipated turtle in January. points for effort. Here we are, the armory. I'll close the door behind me so as to avoid any strategic complications. Another hole, another bug. I'm glad they don't have bugs like this where I live. Pour one out for the Aussies. There he is, there's the big guy. So I've now got to draw him into the armory room where I've got space to maneuver and tables to hide behind. I'm not going to fight him honorably or anything like that, I'm just going to stick him with my poison sword and run away. I don't want him to swing near the lamp because he could destroy, or I guess either of us could destroy the light. Bait his attack. Stick him! And run. I really don't want to get hit, so I'm going to fight him all careful like, because if he knocks me over, there's a chance I don't get back up. That poison does good work. It's got more damage, has more defense, and it's lighter. You really can't beat this sword. There's some stuff back here I want to loot. Oh man, do we keep this? Nah, I think the inventory space is worth more. Perfect. I needed another crowbar. Now that I've got a crowbar, we can go check out all the stuff he was hoarding in his den. Another crowbar. So much looting. Only a medium chance, but I got 9 rolls. I gotta start spending these charges or I'll get weighed down by crowbars. Okay, I'm now weighed down by crowbars. I almost want to leave one here because I really don't enjoy being encumbered. If I get caught by like a Nis or something and it afflicts me with a constitution penalty, I might be too slowed to return fire. I can hear the chittering, I know he's out there. I'm gonna try and clear out this half of the map before I explore elsewhere so it's easier to remember where I've been. I knew I heard him coming. Let's see if I can bring him back into the light so so I don't have to spend lamp juice. Maybe I can get him to step on the other one too. Work smarter, not harder. He got me with the Constitution debuff, but I was prepared, having enough space in my pack. I don't know why I'm bothering to look at weapons. I can't find a better sword than this. I simply cannot help myself. Another lamp, cool. Enough alcohol to ruin my life, excellent. Might as well sleep off the Constitution debuff. The Warlord statue. I've been turned around. I've got to start using my brain, figure out where I've been and where I haven't. I did not know I had the key for that door. You'll notice I tended to back away from a door after I open it. I'm trying to play around anybody waiting on the other side to get the drop on me. This sword makes such quick work of so many bad guys. Well, that is beyond convenient. Always remember to hydrate, kids. I don't want to go down there, find out it's super dangerous, and then have to come back not knowing I can safely get to a restroom. You know, I seem to be always looking for a restroom. Maybe I need to eat more fiber. Ooh, more coffee. I can hear them. Can they see me? I want to get as much attention as I can and then draw them back out of the cave. I definitely don't want to fight in the cave where I can't circle or maneuver or nothing. It only takes one bad attack to put me in a situation I can't escape. That's what I was worried about, that Constitution debuff. I'm probably able to beat this guy even with it, but I'll have to go back to sleep it off. Man, you can see how much it slows me down. I can hear yet more of them in there, so I'm gonna do what any giant spider hunter would do and get drunk. Nice try. Balls, I walked right back into it, now I am debuffed. I think I can maneuver enough in here. Ah, a second one. I was bumping all that good shit about caution, and now look where I've gotten myself. Yet more? I don't want to be surprised any more than I have been. Oh crap, which way did I come from? Probably made the right choice knowing there are at least the two. You'll love to see it. Another one flying over the wall. I think there was that little nook on the other side of the chasm I didn't poke my head into. Had I a hammer, I could knock these rocks down. Maybe I'll remember that and come back with a hammer one day. An old hammer. That does the trick. The way is clear. Drop that, I'm dangerously encumbered, weighed down by my surplus of lamps as I am. I'm that gamer that hoards all the ethers when I play Final Fantasy and won't use them even against the final boss, because what if I need them later? Precious loot. That is precious. This song allows me to receive the blessing of the obelisk. This time I'll take a left instead of the right. Rusty bronze key. The keys are often close to the locks that they open. Give them a little bit of the razzle-dazzle. Broke my own rules there. I stood directly behind him and oh no! That's all it takes. Life is so fragile. I even dropped my sword. Good thing I had that dream catcher. Returning to the scene of my death to retrieve my equipment is giving me Diablo 2 flashbacks. Vengeance is mine. Check for the gank squad. Alright, it's safe to look in these boxes. It's never safe. Rusty bronze key. I think that's what I wanted, but I'm gonna check this room out anyway. Let me turn on the light. Manure trash. That's how I feel, buddy. The one use for the rope. There's a non-zero chance that this is poison, so I'm not going to taste test it here. I don't know how to tell by looking at the bottle outside of the ones that are obviously booze. Artifact secure. We're done down here. Oh, for Christ's sake. Let's see if we can take them back to a lamp so I don't have to use my fuel fighting these spiders. Fighting all of these spiders. Do I risk it? Maybe I'll just run in circles and let them kill each other. Maybe I will risk it. My sword is very large. This guy's tough as nails. Maybe I should still be using a hammer. Nap time. I did find a fluid. If it's poison, I don't have to worry about Moroks. Alright, I'm gonna coat a bunch of my bolts with this so that I can safely fight off the Moroks, and by fight off, I mean shoot them and run away. This is another Morok den. He likes to hang out up in this area. I'll have to listen carefully for the telltale jingling of his chain. Oh Lord, he coming. Okay, I can reapply the poison. He is already dead. Stacked with poison as he is. I can even recover a bunch of those bolts. Is that a light I can turn on? Flame to the ass! I've not seen that line before. I hear chittering, but it could just be those rats. I've become so paranoid. Artifact secured. Another hidey hole. I know there's at least one Nis in this place, so I'm gonna get drunk and take that elixir of speed. Now, where are you, you rat bastard? He got up so quick. My blade was too mighty, empowered by my alcoholism and elixir of speed. Did I look down here? That's pretty convenient. Another green bottle. Down the hatch. Big score. I see you there in the corner. You ain't fooling me. This one was much easier to kill than the last one of these we saw. Oh, another Dreamcatcher. Blessed be. I can now play without any regard for my own well-being. I'm even gonna fight this guy. Another tough-as-nails random spider. I've got now... I'm missing one of the orbs. I'm too weak to press on. Doing anything else like this would be a waste of my Dreamcatcher. Now where was that restroom? Down this way. I have all of the mechanism details, so if I make my way back to the earlier part of the game, I can activate the Warlord statue. That provides me with some stat blessings. Next stop, the treasury behind the armory. Ancient bronze key? Alright, sad. Maybe I'll just edit in a clip of opening this from another playthrough. Seamless. Back through the first Morok den, we can find the Tower of Depths that houses the obelisk. Gotta stand my ground. If I give him an inch, he might knock me down the hole. Another one? Another several. He's trapped up there. You might say he's bugged? I drink pretty much all of the time. The will bonus reduces debuff duration and speeds up stamina regeneration. There's also so much booze all over the place that you almost never have to go thirsty. I can stop any time I want. I just don't want to. I don't have a problem. The only time I have a drinking problem is when the rum is gone. Now get off my back. The Nis have those wide arc swipes and that long lunge they do at a range. The lunge exposes their back, and without having a backswing like the other creatures, it leaves them the most vulnerable. They also take a while to get back up from the stun. The individual hitting damage from the Nis isn't very high, it's the flurries that kill you, so a high defense value lets you trade blows. There are a few holes from which Nis can appear down here, so it's better safe than sorry, and at this point, the elixirs are just taking up space. This tower could have used an elevator. Ancient iron key. I'm jumping at my own shadow. Am I blind? Did I miss it somewhere? I feel like I'm getting something of a raw deal here. Though the objective wasn't open the box, it was activate the obelisk, which I have done. Okay, there's the last orb. Word on the street is that you can jump over that, but I don't trust my parkour. A crowbar. I almost want to take this back into the obelisk area. I think I'm gonna. I return. Now reveal your secrets. Cool, but not what I'm looking for. The Ancient Iron Key. Talisman of Vital Force. I reckon that makes me near invincible. Arg, I've gotten so impatient. I could go rest, or I could get drunk. Be slain! Now, where are the rest of you? This is a great example of the way alcohol fuels my stamina. I'm like the drunken master. It is convenient and considerate of them to come at me one at a time like, oh jeez! I could fight him like a man, but that is not my way. Yeah, take that. I heard him before I saw him. My ears are my first line of defense. I'm not prepared to call that manly, but victory is mine. Think of it what you will. That there is the exit, but I have a few things still to do. When it comes to ears being a defense, studies have found that on average it takes 190 milliseconds to react to a visual and only 150 to a sound. Fun fact. This cave appears to house an endless supply of spiders. Fortunately, my sword doesn't have a durability score, so I can cleave an endless supply of spiders. Cool. Now, get out of the way, I want that artifact. At long last, the third orb. I'm glad that the orb's world object didn't have any physics. I would have lost my mind if I kicked it down that pit. I still have to find the survivor and return to the Astral Collider before I can get out of here. Oh, finally. Thanks, friend. I'm not in the habit of accepting rings from other dudes, but come on, bonus damage. All the way back to the first area, so I can activate the Astral Collider. Alright, I'm ready to see some astrals collide. There they go. They're colliding. It's pretty, but I'm not sure it actually does anything outside of alerting the local fauna. There it is, a 10-star run. Thanks for watching. The game is free on Steam and they've just started an official Discord server. Links for both are in the description.